let's get down to the brass tacks. Let's talk about some bench racing. The change is probably at the top, and it's not just Webb and Sexton, for example, switching bikes. I mean, the Lawrence brothers moving up, doesn't that kind of count as a change?
I think so, and the story of, I believe, 2023 had to be around Jet Lawrence and this move forward into the 450 class and the domination that he went through, not only in the Pro Motocross Championship, but becoming the inaugural Super Motocross World Champion.
On a very Supercross-like track. I keep emphasizing that LA track wasn't that much different than what we'll see in Anaheim.
Well, I would argue that all of his competitors are going to say he hasn't even raced Supercross yet. Chase Sexton's going to say, hey, I'm the reigning champion in this series, and you're going to have to go through me to win here at Anaheim 1. And that's not even counting, as you mentioned, Hunter Lawrence, who had a phenomenal 2023 campaign, ended being one of the best 250 riders we've seen, and now he joins his brother on a 450, making his debut out here as well. So tons of contenders to get into, and we're scratching the surface, right? And you just go down the list, and there seems like there's endless names who could show up and take the win here.
Yeah, and who we have to count, and the reason we didn't say it at first because it's not a change, this is the best non-change in the sport. Eli Tomac has not changed anything. He's back, he didn't retire, he's on the same bike and team that he was leading the Supercross Championship with last year. This Tomac coming back from a ruptured Achilles as Jet and Hunter Lawrence enter the class, and Sexton is looking to enter his prime, and Webb is looking to get back into his prime. That is fantastic how it's turned out.
I'll take your no change Eli Tomac and send back a no change Ken Roczen, because Ken Roczen into 2023 in the best form we've seen him in years. I think he was the story of the Super Motocross playoffs. Even though he wasn't champion, everybody left there saying, wow, this Ken Roczen on a Suzuki is absolutely back. He followed that up with a fantastic performance at the Motocross of Nations. And I can remember leaving A1 going, Ken Roczen just doesn't look quite right. He looks quite right going into 2024. And speaking of kickstart, Ken Roczen, Jason Weigandt, you got to sit down and talk with him about all of that momentum he's carrying into 2024.
All right, Ken Roczen, I never thought I would think this way, but I almost feel like we could give you a Most Improved award last year. From 2022 Supercross, where you didn't even finish it, and then we didn't even know what was going to happen. We didn't even know if you'd be racing anymore, to, hey, you're back to just a guy that can win races or maybe even the title. It's been quite a run.
Yeah, it's been super cool. Like I said, last year, especially after the season was over, like I was by no means anywhere near being considered like a title contender or like anywhere in the front. And it's just nice. I'm not saying that I'll be like, people will consider me a title contender, but I think we've worked ourselves back to where like anything is kind of possible on any given night. We're going to shoot for some podiums, and I would love to be able to get another win or a couple wins, something like that. And yeah, we've just worked really hard to kind of like put my name back in that hat. So it feels good.
And the cool thing is, look, the sport's better when guys like you, who the fans like, and they've come to know and love, are in it. I feel like you've added time. Like, I don't know how many years you were going to have in you, but we got a couple more now.
Yeah, because in the recent couple of years, like it just wasn't easy. I couldn't really see myself doing the same thing and being unhappy and just not in a good place, year after year after year. But I think we've really turned that around now. I enjoy riding and racing and testing more now than ever, and just looking at it differently. And I think that just comes with age. And yeah, now it's kind of like open end. I don't even know what happens, in the near future. Like I'm kind of like a day-to-day, week-to-week basis right now, and which kind of makes it fun. So yeah, for right now, we're all aboard on the race train.
It's weird though, because like in the past, it'd be like as you get older and then you get married and you start having kids, we think that's going to take away. But now we're seeing, not just with you, with tons of you guys, it's adding years. It's almost making you better.
Yeah, and I think, in the beginning with kids, it's difficult. Like, it's all new, and it depends on what age, too. But, like, for us, or for me, like, I love doing that stuff more than anything with my family. And I think for sure it has added time for me. And it's kind of nice that, there's still a lot about me, and it's always about me. And, because I'm still in the middle of doing my job. But it's nice to actually share that attention to my kids, and that's about them and not just always about me all the time. And I actually truly enjoy that. So, yeah, overall, I mean, especially Griff, my older one, is he's really good at it, and he loves it. He understands it. He gets it. So just having these years still ahead where he's going to be around at the races is special.
Yep. Griff's going to be around at the races for a while because I think his dad is too. It's good to have it.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.